declare it as a special meeting.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think that that's difficult, is it?
No?
It's only moderately expensive because of the additional notice requirements.
It can certainly be done.
Yeah, I just need to get some things cleared up. I really do want to support this, and I think it's worth passing. But I think there's some serious things that need to be discussed before I can put my stamp of approval on it personally. But, I mean, from what I'm hearing, it's already got the votes to pass. So, you know, I'll leave that up to the rest of the council. If it's something we can do, I would really appreciate that, because like I said, I do want to vote for it. But I just need some answers to some questions.
Sorry, did we have a motion to table?
We
Yes.
haven't- We've got a motion and a second. We're still waiting until you get done with comments before we take that one up. That's your next vote. David?
My comments about economic viability have nothing to do with who's sponsoring it. And I applaud the nonprofit groups that are bringing this forward. I think it's the kind of community involvement that you mentioned that I like to see and that we need in this town. I just don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to come in with a bang and go out with a whimper shortly thereafter. I'll be delighted if I'm wrong.
Any other council comments? A couple items for myself. I think this one is fairly innocuous. Michael, I would agree with you, and before Councilman Greenlee brought it up, my comment was that we were treating this just like any other request from the public to use the facilities, and if it needed council approval, great. If it didn't, we were treating it just that way. So, on the other side, though, if there's been a discussion with the auditor's office and they feel that this is something that would help them accept it a little bit better, it certainly doesn't hurt the process whatsoever. So, sans this, they would have been opening on July 3rd anyway. I think we've already signed off all the paperwork for them to do that. So, with that said, I've got a motion and a second on the table to table the item to workshop. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Roll call?
Aye.
No.
No.
Aye.
No.
No.
Motion does not pass.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move to insert the word private before farmers so that it would read, the city of Washougal, Washougal City Council hereby finds there is a substantial public benefit for the city in having a private farmers market held in downtown Washougal.
Second?
Number 4. We've got a motion and a second to insert the word private into the statement. Council discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. In regards to the whole farmers market, I think we all do support it, and I think it would be a wonderful thing. I also believe that there is benefit, certainly, anytime a service is offered for the citizens, there's a benefit. In regards to the specific question of whether this farmers market is public or private, if we clarify private, then we're basically clarifying that this is not our venture. We're just glad that it's here, and that is something that's a lot closer to something I could support.
Any other council comments? Rod?
How does this play out as far as when the word private in it? Would it affect anything from the auditors? This is since this is a central point of this whole issue, is the auditor.
Michael said it clarifies that it's not our baby, but we think there is a benefit to it.
Okay.
Yep.
I understood his position.
Right.
I have no problem with that.
Yep.
And some in the audience may be thinking, Mr. Mayor, you know, why the big deal about this resolution? There's a lot of history here. And so for us to pass this, it's more than just a couple sentences. So I hope you'll bear with us as we kind of try to work through this. Thank you.
Any other council comments?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I do have one more comment. If I understand correctly, as far as the speed with which we need to pass this, We saw tonight that we passed authorization for funds that were already spent, in essence. And that happens occasionally. And in this case, if we've already dotted our i's, crossed our t's, I don't personally see the need for rushing on this, not that I see this as a significant problem here. And with regards to the discussion with the auditor's office, I want to clarify. If I understand correctly, that discussion with the auditor's office was in regards to our former arrangement with the DRIC, not about our current situation. Is that correct?
I wasn't in the discussion, so.
No, actually, it was a general discussion in which the auditor claimed that, as, from their point of view as a matter of law, that essentially all of the 4th of July celebrations in the state of Washington did not have a basis, and that the state auditor's office thought that they would be within their grounds to shut them down.
But specifically, that discussion, was that the exit interview for our previous audit? Or is this something since then?
It was ex parte after that I discussed it with the auditors. And the way that it came up actually was about the kind of like the lentil festival in what is it? Not Walla Walla, but anyway, there are a bunch of public festivals. Pullman, thank you. That the state auditor's office, at least this individual, thought that there was a problem there. And so it basically was any expenditure of municipal effort or resources without a finding of public benefit was going to be in trouble.
So then, one further question, if I may. From your understanding of that conversation, then, would our standing agreements with Mayor Guard's administration to any party that comes to the city for closing off a street or using Reflection Plaza, would we need a similar statement in order to allow for the use of public street or our facilities for that?
I don't know the answer to that. The discussion was really focused on community events, festivals, things of that sort. So that really was not part of the discussion.
And well, along those lines then, so here's one final question I have here, and then I'll yield the floor. From your description, though, like with the 4th of July event, that would be where the city itself, or perhaps even for the lentil event, where the city itself actually sponsors the event. And the 4th of July, usually that's sponsored or heavily subsidized in some manner or other by the city. Whereas in this case, the farmer's market is simply just a private party which is using an existing rental agreement that any party can use for their market.
Point of clarification on that real quick. My understanding, Mayor Guard, is that the 4th of July is actually paid for through the hotel motel tax.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So not out of general budget, and that's, in the past, hasn't been the case. So that's one of the differences.
And along with that, I shouldn't put words